Teen Mom 2 star Briana DeJesus became the topic of Kail Lowry and her Coffee Convos co-host Lindsie Chrisley's latest podcast episode for sharing clickbait. Many of the moms from the Teen Mom franchise have taken part in sharing clickbait articles on social media, and the posts shared on their behalf typically don't sit well with the person being targeted in the articles. On the most recent episode of Kail's podcast, Coffee Convos, her co-host Lindsie brought up the topic at the end of the recording, and Kail's nemesis Briana DeJesus' name was thrown into the mix. After analyzing the Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito case, Lindsie said that a good way to end the episode would be talking about those who share clickbait. It was brought to my attention this weekend, checked my DMs, and evidently Briana had posted clickbait about me and my parents' recent conviction, Lindsie began. As Monsters and critics previously reported, Lindsie's parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were found guilty of bank fraud and tax evasion and are facing prison time. Lindsie continued, and I just want to say that if you stand on the fact that you don't like drama, you don't like beef, for people to get over things, so on and so forth, maybe don't continue putting yourself in the place that other people have to defend themselves and then it wouldn't be talked about. Lindsie admitted that she isn't familiar with how clickbait works because it's something she's never participated in, and said she doesn't like the idea of preying on other people's downfalls and monetizing off of that. I will also say that maybe the focus should be more so on Briana and Chris getting their story straight about the graphic tee, and the conversation with Nessa, and less concerned with me, things going on with my family, and so forth. So I don't know if anybody has anything to provide to that, but if you don't, I'm good with leaving it there. Period, Kail added. Teen Mom 2 viewers will remember last season when Briana and Kail's ex/baby daddy Chris Lopez met up to record an episode of his podcast. Eagle-eyed viewers noticed that Briana was wearing the same shirt as Chris later in the episode, sparking rumors they had hooked up. Despite claims that she and Chris maintained a strictly platonic relationship, Briana was caught lying about the shirt when her story didn't align with Chris during the season 11 reunion. Kail and Briana are long-standing enemies, dating back to 2017 when Briana began a romantic relationship with Javi Marroquin after his divorce from Kail. Their relationship remained strained for years and came to a head last summer when Kail filed a lawsuit against Briana, accusing her of defamation. The case was eventually dismissed by a judge who ruled in Briana's favor. Briana's use of clickbait has caused further tension between her and Kail. Last year, Briana shared clickbait articles insinuating that her baby daddy Devoin Austin was in a relationship with Kail, prompting Kail to clap back and defend herself in her own Instagram story, telling her fans, "Devoin and I are not in a relationship. Do not fall for the clickbait."